What's up to another trade recap. Today I'm gonna show you 2 trades that I took live in my Discord. Now let me just get first into the daily buys that I had. So on the daily time frame, let's just get over the whole week buys first. We have the daily gap, we respected it, retapped the previously broken highs here, also respected it, had this big push up on the last Friday. So the next obvious drawn liquidity was this high, and all of these 4 highs to the left of us. We actually swept all of them just yesterday. So I zoomed to the 4 hour and we had the same exact thing forming without a retrace on the 4 hour. We had this 4 hour gap, we had those previously broken highs, and even had this buy sell liquidity up here. But the only key difference, actually 2 differences, this 4 hour gap and this previously broken highs we were never tapped, and we actually swept that previous daily high, but he has never swept it. So we actually had a bearish S&P on the previous daily highs. With that in mind, I was short biased for the new day open. If we continue to zoom in on the 15-minute, we even had that internal sweep. So I saw this high as protected high, as high resistance liquidity. I want to make another video about high resistance liquidity, low resistance liquidity, protected swing highs and swing lows, protected stop losses, but probably next week. We'll see. We'll see about that. So let me just zoom into the 1 minute and see what the market wanted to do at the market open. The market opened exactly here with this candle. It opened. First, it's pushed up to this bearish value gap, which was never actually inversed, just to point that out. It pushed to this daily gap, to the small 1 minute gap, left the 93 high above untapped, and also 93 high below untapped. So, with the overall bias, I was more keen to taking shorts. So I waited for some kind of entry model. We got this change in state here. I actually had a sell mid on the change in state, but it never felt me, so I just waited and entered the market during this 93 low getting broken. So I entered here, stop loss, firstly here, then I trailed it down to here at the candle body highs, and I was trailing the take profit. I originally had it all the way down here at it for our untapped gap, but I trailed it, and we actually tapped the daily open. Here was the daily open. We perfectly tapped it. Also tapped the low volume node on this volume profile, which was exactly here. Tapped it, respected it, and actually ended up closing position up here at the daily open. Wait, I had incorrectly marked a daily open. Whatever. It was a 1-to-1, more like close here, because we got it opposing 1 minute inversion here. So like a 1-to-1 close. So I waited a bit more. Let me just erase all of these to just make it a bit more clear. Then we pushed up, swept this 93 high, also not getting the inversion of this 1 minute gap, still holding, and I still saw this high being protected. I mean, I still made a possibility of us sweeping that high, but we never did actually. So let me just get rid of these 2 lines. So I waited, I zoomed out to get a highest time frame for value gap of this price lag. On the 1 minute, it were these gaps. On the 2 minute, it was this gap. On the 3 minute, we had no gaps. And the highest time frame for value gap on this price lag was this 5 minute gap here. So I marked it out and waited until we get it inversed. Lots of people in the community were asking me why I did not take the longs down here to the highs. Because, let me tell you this, the model was here. The 93 manipulation was here. We got a manipulation to the 5 minute gap. Let me actually put it into the checklist. We got a manipulation, which was the 5 minute for FEG. We got an internal sweep, which happened here. Yeah, we tapped the 5 minute gap, and we had this internal sweep here. We got an internal sweep. We had no S&T, so it was an A plus setup, maybe like A, B plus, B minus, something like that. A, B setup, something like that. We got a low time for inversion. We got a even change in state. Yeah, this is the inversion that we got, and this is the change in state of delivery. I did not enter, although the model was here. The only thing this model tells you is the mechanics. There's no discretion. There is no bias. There is no context. And in terms of that context, the bias, we were more likely to head down because we had a previous daily high, S&P on the highs, and the 4 hour gap untapped. So the drawn liquidity was lower all of this low-risk liquidity, session lows, Asia low, all of this. So I faded this setup, did not take it. I rather waited a bit more. Let me just get the daily open. I waited a bit more, got his 5-minute inverse, and entered exactly after this 5-minute getting inversed. Actually, beautiful entry. And to be honest, I'm still it right now. Still in it. Let me just show you the on the left side here. Let me just take a screenshot from another monitor. This is from the 25 account. Copy trading across all of the accounts. Still in this position. Currently tapping the Asia lows. And we just about to hit a take profit. And this is going to be a beautiful trade. Yeah, this is the 4-hour gap that we have on NQ, just so close to tapping. We might even just create a bullish S&P to continue higher for the next week, whatever. So, even one thing to take in mind, during the setup, we have formed the initial balance. The first 1 hour of the New York session, the first range. From this high to this high. The probabilities of getting a single break, either of the high, either of the low, is 80%. Something about that. So, with the overall context, we are so likely to break this line. We just broke it. We broke it. We got to rebalance back to its 50-minute. We broke it right now. And we're just so likely to just sell off. I mean, there's nothing more to that. Just such a clear draw on liquidity lower, really. So that was pretty much the bias on this one. So thank you for watching. Tune in on Discord next Monday. And hope you have a nice weekend. See ya.